Recognize the ranking member, the gentleman from New York, Mr. Nadler, for opening comments that he may have and to introduce new members from his side of the dais.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I want to congratulate you on becoming chairman of this committee. It's been the great honor of my life to serve as chairman for the past 4 years, and I'm very proud of what we have accomplished as a committee. In the last Congress alone, we passed 110 bills through the House, and 53 of our bills were signed into law. Under Democratic leadership, we enshrined marriage equality in federal law. We enacted the first significant gun safety legislation in a generation. We ensured that survivors of sexual assault and sexual harassment are free to tell their stories and to seek justice in the federal courts. We reauthorized the Violence Against Women Act. We codified lynching as a crime in federal law. We addressed the spate of hate crimes against Asian Americans and others in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we enacted measures to strengthen the antitrust system. On the House floor, we advanced key civil rights legislation to restore and strengthen the Voting Rights Act, to provide comprehensive protections for LGBTQ Americans, to reform our marijuana laws, and to provide for ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment. We passed several bills to enhance public safety and reduce crime, while also passing legislation to ensure that law enforcement is held accountable. We passed several bills to strengthen our immigration system, including legislation to protect dreamers, and we worked to provide transparency and accountability in our federal courts. We also supported President Biden's efforts to restore the rule of law and rebuild the Department of Justice to protect the rights of the American people rather than the whims of the president, while continuing to exercise meaningful oversight over the executive branch. Although I recognize that the new Republican majority will have other priorities, I hope that there are opportunities to work together on a bipartisan basis, as we did last Congress on such important issues as combating human trafficking, curtailing excessive government surveillance and data collection, and addressing the crack powder cocaine sentencing disparity. I look forward to working with you and with all our members, and I'm pleased now to introduce one returning Democratic member of the committee and one new member. First is Adam Schiff, representing California's 30th District. Congressman Schiff returns to the Judiciary Committee after a several-year absence during which he ably served as chairman of the Intelligence Committee and led the House's first impeachment trial against former President Trump. A graduate of Stanford University and Harvard Law School, Congressman Schiff clerked for Judge William Matthew Byrne, Jr., and later served as a federal prosecutor in the U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles. We welcome Representative Schiff back to the committee. This is also a homecoming of sorts for Congressman Glenn Ivey, representing Maryland's 4th District, who once worked for Chairman John Conyers, Jr. of this House Judiciary Committee. His other Capitol Hill experience includes serving as chief counsel to former Senate Majority Leader Tom Daschle, counsel to former Senator Paul Sarbanes, and chief majority counsel to the Senate Banking Committee. He also worked as an assistant U.S. attorney, as chair of Maryland's Public Service Commission, and was twice elected as state's attorney for Prince George's County. Congressman Ivey is a graduate of Princeton University and Harvard Law School. I want to welcome all of our new members on both sides of the aisle, and I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Nadler. We appreciate you